right now.
One of the best dudes in baseball joins us now on MLB Tonight. I'm going to give you the details as to why I say that a little later on. Alec, good to see you, man. Before we dive into the details of what you got going on in your life, how are you feeling right now, recovering from Tommy John surgery?
Oh, man, thank you guys for having me, first of all. But I'm feeling great, man. Throwing already at 90 feet, and it's going great. So I just thank the Lord for that each and every day. To be able to throw that little white ball, man.
It's awesome. You're a great competitor, and you still love where you're from. Tell me about the 4th annual Alek Manoah baseball camp. Why do you feel the need to do this, to give back to your local community, and what have you learned by really engaging the youth who want to take part in America's pastime?
Yeah, man, you know, for me, the area that I grew up in, you know, there's not a ton of people that, you know, either go to my high school and make it to the big leagues, or grow up in the same parks that I grew up in and make it to the big leagues, you know. And to be able to make it to the big leagues, man, at that age, it feels like it's so far away, you know, and there's really nothing like it in our community. So for me, to be able to be someone in the community that's very close to these kids, man, for me, it gives them a sense of it's real. You know, this guy walked the same halls that we walked. This guy played in the same parks. And now look, now he's on the big stage. So for me, just being able to do that, being able to, you know, a lot of kids where I come from don't have either father figures or mentors in their life, man. So just being able to give that bright light to them, you know, for me, it really means the world. And we've learned so much, you know, through doing it, man. These kids are resilient. These kids are amazing. And most of these kids, you won't even know the kind of home that they have. You know, because they're just at the ballpark having such a good time, man. And that's what baseball is all about, man. You know, making it a fun environment for all the kids, and just having fun, you know, even at the highest level. You know, we do it for a living and, you know, as our profession. But at the end of the day, it's a game, man. We got to have a lot of fun doing it.
Alec, man, South Dade High School, it's so cool of you to continue to put your high school on the map, the place where it all started for you, and bring the story along for all the kids that you're bringing along. But tell us, who was Alek Manoah in high school? Tell us about that player at that time and why you feel so close to this school.
Great question.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I was a little fat catcher. My freshman year, man, I was just running around playing freshman games, JV games. I was in the varsity games in the clubhouse, catching bullpens, man, just doing anything to be around the guys and the team. And obviously my older brother was already on varsity and stuff like that. So I was just a little fat freshman, and then kind of grew out of the catcher phase and moved over to first base, and always had a really good arm. So one day just came in as a competitor to close one of like our milkshake series before the season games. And man, came out throwing like 90 plus. And next thing you know, we turned into a pitcher, you know, went to the Atlanta Blue Jays and they turned me into a pitcher, and, you know, the rest is history. But that was pretty much it, man. Little fat kid running around, just trying to get in as many games and be around the ballpark as much as possible.
Like I said at the beginning, Alec, you're coming back from Tommy John surgery, and it's going to be a while before we see you pitch in 2025. You probably put on the 60-day IL, first day of spring training, and you're expecting that. You had to be bummed. I mean, super bummed, bro, because obviously 2023 wasn't a good year for you. But man, you look like you found it again last year. The numbers were great, a couple starts, but ERA well under 4, 26 Ks and 24 and a third. Did you find that you found it again in those few starts last year?
Yeah, definitely. You know, and obviously, you know, that sucks to, you know, to have a you know, a year obviously that's uncharacteristic to what I'm used to having, and then, you know, to be able to get back into character and go be out there and go be a bulldog and somebody who's going to go give the team his best shot each and every 5 days, you know. And then, you know, to have the elbow kind of give up on me. But it's all right, man. I truly believe that God has taken me through the ups for a reason, and he's taken me through the downs to even learn more about myself and be a better self that I can be, and continue to learn different things about this game. And different areas that you might not unleash or unlock when everything is rolling smoothly, you know. So for me, it's just continue to build, man, brick by brick. And, you know, obviously I know I'm where I needed to be, you know, and I showed it last year. And now that I'm going to have a bionic arm coming into, you know, this. So, I got all the confidence in the world, man.
Like I said, Alek Manoah is one of the best dudes ever. It's obvious when you see what he's doing in his hometown, helping the youth out there in Florida to love the game. But I'm going to give you a personal story. Alek knows this story. This was one of the biggest moments of your career. You're in the All-Star game, you're on the mound, and you are calling pitches with Hall of Fame broadcaster John Smoltz. Smoltz is in the booth, and you've got an IFB, an earpiece. You can hear John, and you're letting him go, what pitch do you think I should throw? It was electric television. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. You come on to start our post-game show. You're on the set. You're out there for 6 minutes, and then someone pulled a plug. We went to bars and tone. So you remember this, right? And then I asked you, Alek, bro, is it okay if we do the entire thing over again? And you're like, sure. Dude,
yeah,
that's not normal, bro. Do you understand that? Not professional athletes don't do that. So in that moment, were you sitting there going, you know what? I know a lot of people want me to get going. There's stuff to do, but this is a good moment for me. I think I'm going to use this platform to celebrate it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I was just soaking it all in. You know, that day was an unbelievable experience on the biggest stage in the All-Star game in LA. You know, John Smoltz in the earpiece, got my behind the plate, Kurt, that I've thrown 20-something games to, and it just went perfect, man. You know, a hit by pitch, which is very characteristic to my game, and 3 strikeouts. So it was great, man. I was just soaking in every moment. I had all my family and friends there, and they were enjoying me being on TV, so they were all good with it.
I love everything about that, and man, and what I'm loving about this interview, you have so much positive energy coming off you right now. You're injured right now. You struggled last year, but you were all-star in 22. Greg, I really feel like we're witnessing the beginning of one of the best comeback stories.
Amen.
That we've seen. So with that being said, what does a successful 2025 look like for you?
Oh man, for me, it's obviously going and helping this team win a World Series. That's number one. You know, we've added some good bats to the lineup. You know, obviously having Mad Max in the rotation in the clubhouse every day, that's going to be unbelievable. You know, and for me, it's just, you know, being able to, you know, go through this process of the next, you know, 5 or 6 months and just go dominate every step that I can. You know, I feel like I've done a great job of dominating, you know, this first 8 months of the rehab. And for me, it's just continuing to keep that positive energy, continue to keep that momentum rolling, and understanding there's going to be bumps along the road, but just continuing to push through them, man, and just going out there and being able to help this team at any capacity, and go be the last one standing at the end.
Well, you got a lot of fans here at MLB Network, including yours truly. Alek Manoah, continue the great work in your hometown. Heal quickly, because we want to see you back on the bump. Appreciate your time today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you guys, man.
Awesome, dude. As Alex said, Max Scherzer is with the Jays. They made it official today. Blue Jays saying we've signed 8-time All-Star, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, and 2-time World Champion Max Scherzer to a contract for the 2025 season. Max Scherzer officially signed. This veteran's going to be incredible for this team. I'm excited to see what he can do. Max did speak on Zoom earlier today, as you see the unveiling of his number, Scherzer. If you're a Blue Jay fan, you got to go get this unit right now. This is what Max had to say about joining the Jays.
You know, first and foremost is kind of staying here on the East Coast. You know, especially with my family here in Florida, kids are in school. That makes it very easy to be able to get back and forth, be able to see them and have them be able to travel in as well. That was a big kind of priority for me. What can I do this year? What more can I do this year and go out there and continue to win? So that's what makes it fun, is especially when you have a clubhouse of guys that have that same type of mindset. And so that's what's going to be fun about 2025.
So the Toronto Blue Jays have already put out a tweet showing you all of his accolades. Here are more accolades in 17 seasons. This guy's a Hall of Famer. He's going to be in Cooperstown. Max Scherzer's had a Hall of Fame career. What do you think his incentive is to come back and pitch for the Blue Jays?
I think anything I've ever read about why he went to Toronto is that he wants to win. Like, he still has the incentive to win and to compete, and I think Verlander's in the exact same boat. I mean, these guys have made so much bread, Greg, at this point, to where, yeah, the 15 is great, but he wants to be in an environment that he feel like he's going to be able to shine and be able to help guys around him. That starting staff in Toronto is going to be solid. Gausman, Barrios, Bassett, Francis, Scherzer, and then Yariel Rodriguez. I think the team is their success is really gonna lean on their pitching staff. I love the Santander signing, but I think the team success is gonna really lean on that pitching.
And I think he wants to go out on a high note, right?
Yeah.
Because he was battling injuries. It wasn't the way he wanted to end it. He wants to go out with a smile on his face. And like I tell you something, it's hard for me to smile right now. I did not get invited to the Lauren Shahadi Super Bowl party.
Really? I did. Thanks, Lauren. Appreciate you.
So it's gonna be, you know what, Lauren Shahadi, I'm gonna have my own party. And I am gonna give you the 9 people not named Lauren Shahadi that I invited first to my Super Bowl party. That Greg's list is after the break.
It sounds personal.
I mean, the entire network is apparently going to Lauren Shahadi's Super Bowl party. I didn't get an invite. I don't understand.
Why do you think that is?
I have no idea.
I mean, it has to be a reason, Greg. I got invited. So Harold got invited.
You know what? I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to have a good time on my own. So I'm going to throw my own Super Bowl party.
Do you throw good parties?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I sent out RSVPs. Here are the first 9 people I invited to my big game party. My Greg's list. Number 9, oh, he's my baseball father. Larry Boa, my former colleague. I went out and bought a wig that's got a perm because Larry Boa used to have a perm and he's gonna wear it at my party. You're gonna miss that. Number 8, Chris Young, my co-host.
No, I ain't gonna make it, Greg.
Dude, come on.
I'm going to Lauren's party, bro.
If I put you on my Greg's list.
Take me off the Greg's list. Don't matter, I ain't gonna make it. You're my boy, but I already RSVP'd and you know how that works.
You just ruined my own Greg's list.
Can't cancel ours.
Let's get back to the Greg's list. At number 7, I need someone that's going to crack a few jokes. Paul Rudd loves Kansas City. He's going to be cheering for the Chiefs. So Paul Rudd, and your wonderful smile, the ladies will be so happy you're there. But I don't want you to steal the show the entire time. I need someone that represents Philly that's also funny. At number 6, I'm bringing Kevin Hart to the party, right? Kevin Hart got the RSVP. If he shows up and I got Paul Rudd in the house, amazing. He loves the birds. He wants the Eagles. They'll be sparring back and forth with one-liners. Party's gonna be hot. But I need some KC legends in the house as well, okay? Let's bring in Bo Knows, Bo Jackson, Kansas City's finest.
Hold on, Greg. So you're gonna invite Bo, show him throwing out Harold, and not invite Harold?
Time out. Number 4 on Greg's list is my dear friend, Harold Reynolds.
Okay, I was about to say, Harold was about to be upset.
You don't think Harold's gonna go to Shahadi's party over mine?
I don't know. He'll be happy that you put him above Bo.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. He's gonna show up at my party. Number 3 on Greg's list is where it gets really tough. He's a huge, huge Eagles fan. Mike Trout got the RSVP. Mike Trout.
He's gonna be turned up. Maybe face paint, the fully clad it up.
Superstar, right? Loves Philly. So I need a superstar that loves the Chiefs and loves Kansas City to sit next to Mike Trout. I'm bringing Bobby Witt Jr. to my Super Bowl party.
Good call. Good call.
Right?
Yeah, you got some parity in there. Like you got some Eagles fans, some Chiefs fans. Guys go head to head.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's gonna steal the show, though.
No. And look, they're boys, by the way. Mahomes and Bobby Witt are boys. Here's number 1 on Greg's list. It's not Bobby Witt Jr. Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani, I'm going to guess he's never been at a Super Bowl party yet. He's coming to mine. I sent him the RSVP. He's going to hit me back. And by the way, this is now in baseball history. This is the 50th time that Shohei Ohtani has been number 1 on Greg's list, which means Shohei Ohtani is the first 50-50-50 player in the history of the game.
Greg, that's a little overkill there. I understand you wanted him to make the 50-50-50, but you're kind of like a little bit of a fanboy. Like, Ohtani does not want to come to your...
Oh, Shohei Ohtani would have a blast.
No,
Did you see the other people?
I guarantee you he will not show up at your Super Bowl.
I can't believe you're not showing up at my Super Bowl party.
Well, I already said yes. Like, I can't go back on what I already said.
You know what?
That'd be me being a bad friend. If I said yes to yours first, then I wouldn't maybe not go to hers. But
you're on TV with me much more than you are with Lauren Shahadi. I feel like I've been stabbed.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
You know what? You're making fun of my list a little bit. That Shohei shouldn't be number one.
I'm gonna make a list.
You make a list of who you would invite to your Super Bowl party if you were throwing one and not going to Lauren Shahadi's Super Bowl party over your friend Greg Amsinger's Super Bowl party.
ドジャースの2024年シーズンはまさに夢のようなオールスターチームが誕生した瞬間からファンの期待を一身に背負い圧倒的なパフォーマンスで駆け抜けてきました。大谷翔平、ムーキー、ベッツ、フレディ、フリーマン、これほどのスター選手が一堂に会しチームとして戦う姿はまさに野球ファンにとっての最高のエンターテイメントでした。シーズンを通してドジャースはまさに勝つべくして勝つチームでした。オフェンスでは大谷翔平が豪快なホームランを放ち、ベッツが驚異的な守備とバットコントロールを披露し、フリーマンが頼れるバッティングでチームを支える。そしてピッチング陣には新たに加わった強力な先発投手たちが圧巻の投球を見せ、ブルペンも安定感抜群。まさにどこから見ても隙のない超完成型のドジャース。そして何よりも印象的だったのは選手たちが見せる団結力と情熱です。ただのスーパースターの寄せ集めではなく、お互いを信じ合い支え合いチームとして戦い抜く姿が本当に素晴らしかった。毎試合ベンチでは笑顔があふれ、ビッグプレーのたびに選手たちが肩を組み大歓声を上げる。その光景こそがドジャースが最強のチームである理由ではないでしょうか。特に NL に西地区優勝を決めた試合のあの瞬間、9回裏最後のアウトを取った瞬間、選手もファンも一体となって歓喜の渦に包まれました。スタジアムの青い海が大きく波打ち、選手たちは抱き合い涙を流しながら勝利の喜びを分かち合いました。まるで映画のワンシーンのような最高の瞬間でしたね。しかしこれはまだ終わりではありません。ここからはワールドシリーズ制覇というさらなる夢に向かって突き進むのみ。ドジャースがどんなドラマを見せてくれるのか、これからも目が離せません。皆さんもこの歴史的シーズンの証人となりませんか。これからもドジャースの戦いを一緒に応援していきましょう。動画を楽しんでいただけたらぜひいいねとチャンネル登録をお願いします。コメントで皆さんの熱い応援メッセージもお待ちしています。さあ次の試合もドジャースと共に